So obviously Pocono's your track. Do you what do you think these drivers really need to do for a race like this?
It's these trucks are tight. It's just getting your truck to turn in every end of the racetrack, and the little practice that I was able to do, it seems like it's very hard to get them to cut in like the tunnel turn, but seems like they're cutting pretty good everywhere else, even compared to the Cup cars. I think they're actually cutting a little bit better in one and three. So I think tonight's race, though, it sounds like it's going to be about tire wear and fuel mileage, especially if we see a lot of green flag racing, because there's going to be some that's going to be pushing it pretty close.
And that could be the case, but I mean obviously could what happened in the Cup race just a couple nights ago be the same factor into tonight?
Which was,
The cautions flying at about the wrong time for certain.
yeah, it's. I think we've got a small field tonight, so I don't know if that's going to be the case tonight. I'll look for this race, to be honest, to go green, unless we have some lag yellow. Um, and if it does, then it's just going to be about setting it up for the short runs. Who can do it better?
And if that does come about, who do you think has that advantage to go for those short run speed instead of that long run speed that maybe Mike's good at, Wessel, Gar like to
To be
compete with
honest,
those
I
guys
think
that have.
Gar's got short run and long run speed. So I think Gar may be the favorite tonight. I didn't get to see Mike because I wasn't close, and but from what I could tell, Gar led a lot of that till the whole fuel run. So unless Mike was kind of holding it back, in which he's known to do, so far it kind of looks like Gar may have a good short run car, at least short run.
And that's going to be key because when you get away from a guy like Mike, I mean, Tegan, you've experienced this. Like when you get away from him, you kind of get yourself in an advantage because one mistake could really lead to a disaster because he will take the move when a mistake does happen for the most part.
I mean, Sunday proved that. I mean, I had like a 7/10 lead on him with like three to go and lost that in one lap because I fucked up all three corners. So it doesn't take much to lose whatever advantage you have here if you make a couple mistakes on in one lap.
Right, and Mike did get the pole, so he is going to lead the field of the green tonight. Gar second, then you have Morris third, Kylo fourth, Harris fifth, Wessel sixth, Matt seventh, and NASCAR Man eighth. So that's going to be a very interesting feel. Well, that's going to be interesting because now that
Got
you
the
mentioned
invite.
Mike and Gar, I do have an invite.
Oh, I ain't even looking
That
at his stream, so I don't even know when we can join.
I he hasn't sent me. I haven't used the one before, so I think that would still work, right? Because I haven't used that
Yes.
one yet. Okay, then I. But yeah, no, it's gonna be because with Mike on the front row now. Do you think Gar needs to push the issue a little bit early, or do you think he just
I
should
don't
wait?
think Gar will. I just from what I've seen out of Gar, it seems like he's pretty patient. So they've
So do
got
you think?
the lobby pause. So
I'm curious on why. I know they have the lobby on pause. Maybe someone had to go. I don't know. But
we do not have Spencer tonight. Oh yeah, they're waiting on
we do.
Harris. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, because like I say, Spencer not being in the field is I don't know if that affects any points races.
He's got a good point lead. He's not going to lose a point lead. He'd have to miss another one to.
Okay. Though he is in a world of trouble in the Cup Series.
We can join.
And we can join you. Do you need an invite? Oh, the tricky triangle. What does it bring to us tonight? Does it bring long green flag runs or does it go like the Cup Series? As we come to the green here at Pocono. And we are underway here at Pocono. Mike got a decent start here, but Gar really kind of jumped the gun here on him. He's going to be side by side with him going into turn one. I think the outside really may have gotten a better start than the inside at first, but now the draft kicks in going into one.
I'm not sure. Gar may be on a wheel, which we all know about the super shifter, as you definitely know about it.
Yeah, well, I don't know if that was a super shifter because I would have had a nose out in front of him by now. But now Mike assumes the lead. Gar falling back into second. I believe is that Wessel behind Gar right there, falling behind, gets third.
Yes,
and he makes
to take
a little
second.
bit of a move. He's going to take second here, it looks like. Gave him a little bit of a push. That's one thing that you got to be careful of. That's the one turn I think making a move is very dangerous.
No, you got to also remember that we've got no more draft on tonight, so these trucks are really going to suck up.
Oh, they're really going to get to the car in front of them. Morris assumes third. Gar falls back to fourth. Here goes Kylo making a move on Harris in the back here. Kylo not the greatest of starts, but he's really been good as of late in the midweek series. So I wouldn't be surprised if he sneaks in here as Matt gets way up high into one.
So does Wessel out of one.
Yeah. Now here comes S'mores down under. Let's see if S'mores can make the move successful here. I don't know because Wessel is known. Let's see if Wessel throws it in here.
Wessel got a little push. Oh, might get the grass there, and then Wessel again kind of tight.
Well, that's the one thing with the tunnel turn. It gets tight, and he's got to take the run here. And Wessel gets the lead.
Slide job.
A little slide job. Can Mike cross him over? And he's going to try. Here we go. We got a battle for the lead. This could be
maybe three wide right here, maybe.
Maybe. No, I think Wessel led that lap, though, for sure. Morris is going to fall right behind Mike here. Try to assume second again. As he does clear him there. I will say, though, these trucks get in much easier here.
They're really slow. They are really slow.
But Gar really, really tough turn there. He's going to lose a lot of speed.
Wessel trying to do the side draft.
Yep. That's going to really work here. Matt falling all the way to the back. Here comes the 45 under.
Ooh, on the wall. That might be a caution.
NASCAR man, excuse me. That is going to probably be a yellow. Matt getting bold there. And it did not work. And NASCAR man's going to get through that all because he was all the way in the back. My apologies. That's going to be S'mores getting the lead. Kylo got into second, by the way, from all that. What a little
and the
turn of events
out.
there. And caution is out. That was a big, big wreck there. I believe you had the 15, the 45, and the 88 involved? Yep. Was there one more car involved? Does not look like it. We'll say Matt staying in that lead pack. Do you think he could be just a little sneaky on the short runs?
Well, these trucks are, like I said, they're really slow here, and that could actually be in Matt's favor. And they're a little bit tight. It's hard to get them loose, even though the right rear is wearing out, more. So this may be a sleeper track for Matt tonight.
Yeah, and one thing for certain too is that this track, at times when the cautions start flying, is chaos ensues. That is the name of the game for Matt. And that's always been his MO. When chaos comes about, he's always somewhere around it and manages to usually get around it and capitalize on it. But not that time. That wreck caught him and a couple other trucks in there. So obviously we know, I think everyone's going to come in for the pits. Be an interesting race because now you have the 98 of S'mores leading with Kylo behind him. It's all about the entry before your pit crew comes out and either wins you the race or completely loses you the race. But as we've noticed in the Cup Series, past pit times have been handed out like candy.
Yes, that they're really low here lately.
Very, very low. So they're either very low or very high. There's like no real in between. With pit times.
I don't see no strategy call here. You have to pit.
You have to pit.
With the tire wear being on ×3, they ran enough laps to matter, so everybody should take 4 here.
Yep, and Kylo really laid off there on entry, so that's probably going to allow S'mores to keep the lead here. Any surprises early on in the run?
It just seemed like everybody's tight. I mean,
Yeah.
that's not really a surprise, but it seemed like it's affecting the front guys a lot.
It really is. Especially the ones that are in clean air. That's where it's really kind of playing the effect there. Because when you're in clean air, you're much tighter. But when you're in dirty air, you're really able to turn the car easier and able to get out much easier. There comes the 98.
Ooh, Mike got
Ooh, I think the
second,
90.
looks like.
Yeah. Wow, what a pit stop for the 24 machine.
Harris must have really had some significant damage. Yeah.
Yeah. He was. I think he took the brunt of that crash too. Honestly. I wouldn't be surprised if that 15 though starts storming through the field.
Oh, okay, we're stopping. Yeah. Harris is having trouble with the party chat, so I would not be surprised if he doesn't lag out.
Well, he's been having issues as of recently. I feel like, you know.
All right, I don't know. I'm assuming the choose cone may be the green light down here.
I would assume so. See if they choose here because they're all in the middle of the racetrack here. Let's see how they choose. Morris takes the bottom. Mike takes the top. Kylo goes to the bottom. 13 follows Mike. NASCAR man to the bottom. Wessel to the top. I believe Matt took the bottom and Harris took the top. Mike is... Let's see if Mike can hit a restart here, because there have been times where he... Like, especially before we had to restart lobbies, you and Mike really were able to get some restarts going until the last one where it didn't end up working and no one lagged out.
Yeah, you just have to have the right help. It's kind of like the same thing because Morris was on the pole for Sunday and he's on the restarting first here. So,
and I believe Mike was fourth and you were second that race.
Yes, we lined up on the outside. He's got Gar behind him, so that's not a bad
choice.
A bad
partner. Yeah, that's not a bad partner right there to have. They come to the restart zone here. Get on board with the 98 here. Kylo's kind of lagging back here. And green flag's back out. Mike
Morris
really
a little bit of an advantage. Yeah, he's got the truck length now.
But Mike did get a good start. And he's going to get to the bottom here. I don't know, Mike might have to...
I was about to say, he might have... I thought he was going to take it to the inside there.
He was thinking about
Wessel was taking it on the outside. He's already up to fourth, about to be
Look at Wessel.
Maybe third.
Shades of the Coke 600 almost. Wessel is very, very aggressive with lanes that don't work.
Well, Wessel's got 4 wins this year in the midweek series, so at this point, he's just padding the numbers. Mike's going for the lead here.
And he's going to get it, too. Yes, Morris really got tight there. Oh, I don't know. He's totally outside there. 21 following behind the 24 here. I think this is where Mike gets him here. 98 way up the track. Matt really, really tight up on the track too behind. Yep, Mike
Morris had a little bit of issue there coming off the corner. I think he got tight.
Very tight in here, but he's got a train behind him.
Look, some Fords working together here.
Yeah, look at that. Some nightmare fuel for Mike maybe. But these Fords are really getting hooked up here, and they're trying to storm to the front. And Wessel, I just think, is laying in the weeds. I think he's just going to wait for these guys in front of him to make a mistake, and he's just going to take advantage of it. As they enter the tunnel turn again. Man, Mike's really good through there right now. I think Morris just had to lift a little bit more. Oh, and Wessel goes for the move on Gar here, and he's going to make it too. Look at that. He's very aggressive so far. Oh, got a little loose.
Crossover. Breaking the draft up here, which is a little bit harder to do considering we were on normal draft.
Yeah, it's harder to do, but you got to try anything here a long track like this. That was a really good move by... Oh, he sailed it in there. Gonna allow Wessel to get back under. Massive side draft here. Oh my! Oh, put him in the wall there a little bit.
Did he, or did he get loose on his own?
I don't know. I think Wessel was kind of already on his quarter panel there. Maybe it was a little bit of both.
Gonna allow Harris to get up under him.
Yeah, and here comes Matt too. Is Matt gonna go 3 wide here? That would have been really crazy move there, but Matt falls right in line. And everyone's starting to S'mores in the grass there. Not gonna help him. Tell you what, Kyle may have been in the back to start this race, but he's really showing a strong performance right now here. As he gets under S'mores here for second. Should get it here on the inside. Pretty easily too. Yes, S'mores way up the track. Ooh, hit the apron though. I don't know, he's not gonna get it here.
You might clear him right there.
Got him right there.
If you can clip the apron and then get it back off of it quick enough, you can actually use that apron to make you turn a little bit as well.
Yeah. Kylo tight.
Ain't nobody taking advantage of the tunnel turn like Michael is right now.
Well, as we talk about that, the 15's under the 98. Wessel is moving through the field.
And he's sent it there. He's trying to get up under him to take his line away so he can't get off, but he had to check it up.
Yeah, barely just not in time.
To be honest here, they need to figure out who's the better car because that guy's going to have to lead him back up to Mike.
I think it's got to be that 15, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, and that's the reason why he's taking it to the outside here. Oh.
Crossover?
He slid up in front of him and had to check him up a little bit.
Matt hit the wall there. Gar's going to get behind him here. See if Wessel sends it in there.
Oh, yes, he did.
Oh, yes, he did. He was going. I think he made up his mind there, too, that he was going to.
Oh, Harris got loose.
Harris loose. 15 loose. Gar getting up above Wessel.
Oh, he did it
Wessel
again.
Really sends it again. I think he's upset about that.
Like I said, that one corner, he slid up in front of him and then really checked him up. Like he couldn't do the crossover.
Look at that. This is just allowing Mike to get into another zip code. Maybe that was stage right there.
That's stage.
What a stage finish right there. I don't know who got that. That was close. Honestly, I think Wessel might have gotten second. We'll see.
I think he got second. I'm not sure about third and fourth.
I'm not sure about... It looks like Kylo is in front of Gar there, so it looks like Kylo got third. Or maybe not. Oh, we got some beef. We got some beef. We are always here for some CFRL beef here. Always makes the races more fun. So Mike obviously takes advantage of that stage, being the winner, and all of that racing too. Mike just really kind of checked out. Wessel getting second there, Kylo getting third, Gar fourth, and rounding out your points is, I believe that is the 98 right there. It is. It is the 98 that got P5. I think S'mores wants this to go green. He's always known to be that long run type of guy. And
I mean, I think Mike wouldn't mind to see it go green either, but maybe Wessel as well. Now that Wessel's up in second, he's got his track position back. Now it'd be curious to see if he kind of races him hard here for the lead, or do they kind of work together and pull away?
It's all dependent on where the 21's at right now, because obviously those two are not happy with each other, and they shouldn't be. You know, that's tough. And looks like Mike got a really good entry, so he's probably going to keep the lead here. And I believe the 98 is the first pit box. I just think it all depends on what Mike and Wessel want to do. Could they coordinate and go to the same lane, or let each other in like how the Cup Series does, or do they just race? I wouldn't be surprised if Wessel races too, because he does have a really strong truck. It is a very good car. as Mike easily wins the race off pit
Yeah,
road.
I think that they all came out about how they went in.
Yeah, besides, I think NASCAR man and Harris. Is there more damage for
Harris
Harris?
might have had damage from the inside wall hit he took.
Max all the way in the back here. Not a good day so far for the 45 machine. Hopefully more chaos ensues where he can get out of it. Pretty good racing so far, wouldn't you say? I mean, obviously Wessel.
Yeah, it seems to be behind the
making a
leader though.
bold
That
move.
these
Yeah.
guys are going to have to realize that that they need to work together to keep up with the leader.
Yeah, I mean, but it seems pretty common where this type of racing kind of happens here, where like the series just tends to be very racy all the time, not where in the Cup Series we kind of lay back a little bit and let.
That's true, but this is where guys need to learn to not do that, because it's the guys that are in the Cup Series as well, and they do the same thing in Cup. I'm not going to name any names, but they kind of do well. Besides him, they do it in the Cup Series. They just take their runs on these big drafting tracks, and they let the leader get away. And then they have no chance of catching them. And then everybody gets pissed off, and they're just racing each other for second and moving people, out of the way, like we saw with the 21 and the 15.
Yeah, especially like a track like Pocono, or like you said, any of the drafting tracks like an Atlanta or a Daytona.
Looks like the 24 and the 15 are going to work together here.
Yeah, it does, as they come to the green here. And we're back underway for the long stage here at Pocono. Mike got a really good start. I think Wessel's going to probably let off here a little bit. Let him go. It is interesting, though. Look who's on the outside of Wessel here.
Yeah.
Very intriguing. Does he try to send it in there? No, he does not.
I don't think it would have done him any good.
Nope, it does not. And I think Wessel kind of came up a little bit there. I don't know. Couldn't really tell. Maybe contact between him and the 98 as well for the 21. Now, this is where if you're the 15 and the 24, it's time to go. Unless everyone rides in line.
Yeah.
Which easily could happen, but...
Well, this is where I'm also, like what I'm talking about. Does the 21 take runs here, or does he follow and ride for a little bit, kind of get a breakaway?
And the thing is, too, right now, is that you mentioned that it's going to be tire and possibly fuel-saving mode. If you're the 15 and the 21, you kind of probably want to sit back a little bit, wouldn't you think?
Well... You're in the draft, and the thing about normal draft on here is you're going to wear out that right rear more because you're lifting more. So there is that to think about. But now, to be honest, I know tire wear might be an issue, but it should be doable. And I think they went green with 18 to go. Look at Harris taking the run here on the 21.
Yeah, I figured Harris. That's not Harris.
And then I was about to say, does the teammate go with him? Nope, Gar goes. Gar don't know where he's going. Where is that Gar, or is that... That's Gar. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's Gar. Yeah,
it looks like, I don't know what happened to Morris, but it looks like he got put behind.
With him and Matt. And Matt got together and hit the wall. So that's not good for S'mores. And that's the one thing, too, is that you lose any sort of momentum here. It's like not... It's not like a 10th or 2. It's like 3, 4, 5,
you make one mistake here, you lose a lot of time.
This is a technician's track here. Like anyone that's a very good technical racer, this is the track that you would love to be a part of.
Yeah, they're up here trying to break the draft. They're really too close to be trying to. At this point, I would let them ride in my draft and make them burn their shit up. Kind of like how the 21 did right there. He kind of had too much speed and kind of sent it in there.
Yeah.
And that may, if they don't hurry up and recover, they may lose him the contact with the top 2.
And they are already in danger of that right now. Maybe not there, because it looks like Kylo got in a little bit better, and Wessel did not have the greatest of entries. So maybe that did help them a little bit as we go on board here with the 21 here. I mean, he's within the draft, but it looks like the 24 and 15 are really... See, they can't be taking these runs right now. They really can't be. Because now, look, Kyle is the lone man, and he's not going to be able to get any pole.
Yeah, it's going to be really close on whether he loses it or not here.
I think he's lost it already, if I'm going to be honest with you. I don't think he's close enough. Yeah, and just look how much better the 24 and 15 are running the bottom. They're just able
Yeah.
to do it much easier.
I think right now, if you're Gar, you have to take this
You have
position.
to stay. You either
No,
stay
you have to
put,
go because I don't think the 21's got the long run
truck.
setup here. Ooh, 15
Oh,
might. I think they're going to catch him right here. Look, they got separated
yeah. No, he
enough.
looked like he got loose a little bit. Yeah, Gar's gonna fall in line here. I think Wessel's starting to get a little loose here. It's where handling becomes a little bit of an issue here. Get on board here. I don't know. Look, 15's still in line here, but look at that. Just snaking all around the racetrack.
I like Gar's
Ooh.
entry. He doesn't go right straight to the bottom, kind of lets
He
it
just
slow
kinda
up a
keeps
little
it.
bit, and then kind of arcs it down.
Yeah, and don't look now. Harris is back with him too now.
Well, that's just the draft, and Gar's being nice right now. I do think he's better than the 21. He can't sit there too long, and he's got to cut the bottom better through the tunnel turn.
Yeah, he's not. And that's been a kind of a struggle for his all night, honestly. And with Wessel losing a little bit of the 24 there, a little bit looks like, but not too much. But that's gonna allow Mike to have that advantage on entry for pit road and everything.
Mike
too.
got a little tight there. It looks like on the exit of 3.
As they do more snaking all the way down.
At this point, you're just doing it to be funny.
Yeah.
It's something I kind of started, years ago.
They're showing off how they can do it, Tegan. They're going as low as they can.
The Gar and Harp have not lost any more time in the last couple of laps. All one takes is a fuck up in the front.
Mm-hmm. But right now there hasn't been.
I think Gar is being really nice
Mike got a little
right
tight
now.
off of there. It looked like. I agree. I think Gar needs to go here, and Harris realizes that maybe someone's got to make a move here. Oh, look at that. They've lost a lot of time. They haven't gained any sort of time.
Yeah, this is where you got to take it. If you Gar, you need to take it. I don't know if you can make it work on the outside unless you have some help, but
I think he can make it work. I think he's got the truck to do it. Let's see, sends it in.
It didn't help that Harp's pushing you up like that. I mean, he's pushing him way up. That makes no sense.
That was not smart. That was not smart because
now he's still going to get past. And if Gar's good enough, he should be able to follow him through. And if I'm Gar, I'm sending it.
You have to at this point because you're being held up and you're probably the better truck. And now Gar's going to take this run, and this is going to be Kylo's run here. You got to take it 3 wide here. You got to do something because you're just continuously losing leaders here.
And see, this is what I talked about earlier. Oh, he does.
Right there. Oh! Oh my. And that's going to knock Harris out of the race because of all that. And S'mores climbed his way all the way back into the top 5. I don't get that right there for Kylo. I get that you're fighting for position here, but the 13
that did bring Harris back into it. He was out of it completely.
Harris actually is now out of it. It's S'mores that got back into it.
Oh, that's what I meant. I meant S'mores.
Yeah, S'mores got right back into it, unless he hit it, but I don't think he did.
I don't think he did either.
And look, Mike's just getting away now from the 15 of Wessel. I think Mike's just got a really good long run car. He does not want to hear a yellow or a caution or anything. He does not want to hear that.
Harris is not happy at all.
Oh, and he at Harp, or either one of them. Yeah, don't blame him. Cannot blame him. And Mike's really gotten away here. Because that really screwed Harris as he comes out of pit road.
And I don't know if he's not even going to make it on fuel.
No, he probably
with that early pit.
Really saves. Yeah.
Well, I don't think he could save enough.
I don't think he had a choice in the matter.
This is basically you're splitting it up right down the middle and barely able to make it.
Yeah.
So you can't even
And-
short pit or nothing to try to gain time on somebody either.
But yeah, I mean, and Harris had some unlucky moments too in the Cup race because he felt like he had a really good long run car, in which he did.
Yes.
I think there goes Mike into the pits. Wessel's gonna follow. I think
Everybody's pitting.
No speeding. S'more's got a really good entry there. Madsen, I think he may have sped. NASCAR man's in. Here goes Harris down the front stretch, or the back stretch, excuse me.
Yeah, they pitted with 9 to go, so that puts them right on the money.
Ooh, and they're going to lose by half a lap to a lap here, so it's going to be really close.
Well, they get 11 laps, and it goes down to 10. So I think everybody should be fine.
Yeah. Here goes Mike out with just a tremendous lead. All he needs to do is cruise. No mistakes or anything, because he's got this pretty handily here. Mike is long gone.
Yeah, he
really
gained time on that entry and exit.
And that kind of all, I mean, I know Wessel struggled, but if you even look now, Wessel even got gained a little bit of time too on the 21, 98, and 13. I mean, that just goes to show you that racing isn't all that when you need to ride. And
yeah.
I just think Kylo would have been better in between or being the pusher for both of them, is he just didn't have the truck to be able to lead that. He might run s'mores up the track too now.
Now I'm curious if is he going to do the same thing that he did to Gar here and run him up the racetrack.
Yep, there he goes. He's going up a little bit.
No, nothing like what he did Gar.
No, he really gave Gar hell on that top side. S'mores tries to send it in there. Just nothing's gonna work there. Oh, that's gonna be close.
Yeah, he got a little loose there trying to keep it off S'mores, and that's going to help S'mores out there.
That's also gonna help Gar out too. I wouldn't blame Gar for
This is all for an interview.
Yep. There goes Kylo again. Is he gonna run him up again? Or try to? See. Oh, he throws it in there a little bit. He's not gonna be able to get clear. Oh, is he? Oh, he is!
Yes.
Here comes Gar under of the 98 here. That draft's gonna allow the 13 to get into the tunnel turn here, have the advantage mid-corner. That's a better tunnel. That's probably one of his best tunnel
what a run at Gar got here.
I think Kylo hit the grass there, to be honest with you. I think Kylo hit the grass. They're gonna allow Gar to get by. But Gar got tight. Gar got really tight.
Yeah, but I think the 21 did as well, so that helped him. Blocking.
Oh, I don't think that's what.
S'mores got screwed on that deal.
Man, oh man, that's just. I get Gar's blocking there, but man, you gotta be aware of your surroundings here. Some drama ensuing here for third place.
He may get back into this. If I'm S'mores, I'm sending him up the racetrack.
I'm sending both of them up the racetrack, to be honest with you. At that point.
A late entry here for the pass. And Gar did not give him no room.
and Kylo held his line. They didn't hit the wall, though. That's impressive. Usually you don't see that very often. There goes S'mores right behind the 13. See if Kylo tries to get a run here, mid-corner. Not really. He gets tight.
And he pushes him up again. That's twice.
That's twice. He's done it 3 times today.
He's done it twice to the same guy.
And he's done it almost 4 times, actually. Granted, Gar did not give him any room, but still. That's just crazy. See if he gets a run here. Looks like he is. Bit of a run here for the 21. Did he get there in time? He might. Well, he might send it in here. See if he does. No, just too far back. That was a really good tunnel again for the 13. The 13's really got to get turn 3 down now because he's gotten tight twice out of there. And Kylo, later entry. He's going to get a run here. He's got a chance to... No, maybe not. It's going to get interesting, I think. I think Kylo's starting to lose a little bit more time now, so...
Oh, Matt's having issues on the back stretch right now.
What's going on?
He spun out.
Oh, no. Watch out, Mike. It's going to be very interesting. I wouldn't be surprised if Kylo gets close again that he sends it back in there. It's going to be a dangerous move, too. I don't think he's getting a big enough run anymore because Morris is not back there anymore to really help. He's trying to just do
I think this just proves that Gar may have the better truck.
Maybe.
I mean, he's probably still going to get a run here. Yeah.
He's closer.
The draft is the king, is the equalizer. This is going to be a late pass, too.
It's going to be very late. Let's see here.
Yeah.
There he goes. Does he run him up here? Let's see. Absolutely.
Yes, he does. He
got tight.
He got tight, but he cut it. He slowed it down in time. He did a better job there of not pushing him up.
But he did get really tight there, so he's going to stay there. S'mores wants to see that again.
S'mores wants to see them make contact.
Yes, very much so.
Oh, he's sending it in there a little bit, maybe.
They're close in the tunnel turn. I'm going to be honest with you there. They are very close in the tunnel turn. Oh, he sent it in there in 3 as well.
Are we good? Mike just came to 2 to go.
Yeah,
this is worth mentioning that Mike's going for the triple-double tonight. So if he wins this race, which, barring a lag out, he should. He's going to have double. Oh, he hits him.
Big move, big move. Oh, big move here. He hit him. He's going to run him up the racetrack too, I think.
I don't know. He gets the side draft on him. He may get a little bit of a run, but at this point, I think I'd let him have it and then try to cross him over in the tunnel turn here.
So this would be Mike's double-digit truck win here?
Yes, this will put him in double digits, which will put him in double digits in all 3 series.
Here we go. Oh, man, that was actually an impressive tunnel turn right there on the outside by Gar. This has been an impressive battle between these two right here.
All right, I think Mike's taking the white flag right here.
Yep. Mike going into 1 now.
This battle ain't over. Oh, they're blocking. They're blocking. They're blocking.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. This might be a wreck here. Oh, here we go. He's going to send it in. He hits his quarter panel. He's going to run him all the way up to the wall. Gar holds on to position here. This ain't over yet.
I think if you're Gar, you better send it in deep.
You have to. Mike into the tunnel now. He just came out of the tunnel. Mike into turn 3 for the final time. And he's off cleanly. Welcome to the triple-double club, Mr. Whitman, as he wins here at Pocono. And
Gar kept it.
And Gar's going to hold on to 3rd. What a race between the 13 and the 21. But a huge congratulations to that 24 truck to making the triple-double. Not very many drivers, I believe, have that here in this league. Who does he join, Mr. Teagan? in the triple double club.
Well, I know he joins me and Bradley for sure. I want to say Mind Killer. Let me go check real quick, and I would let you know. He joins Morris, Michael Fox, Bradley, and myself.
Harris not happy with that 21. And I'm gonna be honest, can't really blame him.
So let's see what the finishing position is here. Just take a screenshot for points. So Michael is your winner. Wessel second. Gar third. Fourth
Correct.
is Kylo. Fifth is Morris. Sixth is NASCAR man Michael Zartman Jr. Fastest lap goes to Gar. No surprise there. 2/10 quicker. That there shows me that he had the truck. Matt finished seventh, and Harris, with having to make an extra pit stop, finishes eighth.
Look at the lap times between Kylo and Gar too. Massive gap. That's almost a 5/10 gap.
That's a half a second.
There,
Yeah.
that's almost a second. Yeah. Wow.
I just would have been it would have been something to see if Gar was able to clear, them other guys and get up there with Wessel and Michael.
Yeah. I mean that's tough. I mean, I do feel bad for Gar because I think he could have competed, but definitely Mike was the best truck, obviously. Are you gonna invite
I
him
got
in,
him.
Tegan, or okay? And there he is, Mr. Triple Double himself.
Yes,
How are you
sir.
feeling?
There he is.
How are you feeling?
Yeah, I feel great. Cool to get that monkey off my back. I feel like I've been trying to get that truck one for a little bit now, that 10th one. So yeah, definitely pretty cool achievement. I think only 3 other guys have done it. So I think it's me, Tegan, Bradley, and S'mores that have done it. So
Fox.
Fox as well.
So 5 guys. Pretty elite. Has he won 10 national races?
Let me double check. I thought I literally just checked it, and I could have sworn that he was on there. I may
I
be
know
wrong,
his truck
though.
championship season win.
You're right. He does not. So
Okay,
Just
so it's
that
just
3.
4.
yeah, just 4 of us, I
Yeah.
reckon.
So
But
yeah, go ahead, Ryan.
take me through your race. I mean, you had a really good truck for the majority of the part, and was out front and had the lead for what? But one or two laps.
Yeah. Well, to me, it was just about track position because I don't know how much of what you guys were focused on in the broadcast, and I didn't really see much of it. But I
We
don't
focused a
think
lot of it
I,
behind you.
I don't think being behind first was a very enviable spot in this race with how they were racing. It seemed
No.
so. Just to get out front is was important to me. I knew that I had the truck capable of pulling away. It was just about initially getting Wessel out of my draft because he's strong enough that he'll take advantage of that and be able to stay with me. But once I got him out of draft range, I had a good pit entry, I had a good pit stop, so that furthered my gap a little more. And then I kind of really put some time in on everybody behind me in that last stint there. So yeah, it was just about maintaining out front, doing my thing. Yeah.
I mean, do you think? I mean, obviously you've had some very dominant performances in this league. Would you consider this your most dominant?
No,
No. Okay.
I won Martinsville by 18 seconds.
I'm just saying by laps led
I think you let a lot in
or
that one,
by
too.
the percentage.
I led like 230 out of 250. I'll take that over 28 out of 30 in the trucks. Yeah, no,
But
I mean, obviously it's great to dominate like that, but I don't, I've had a lot of races where I feel like, specifically the
away.
Martinsville race in 2024, I feel like that's by far the most dominant I've ever been. It's not easy to almost lap the whole field, That's a
No.
track where you can, and some people have been close, I think, if not doing it in the past. I don't remember. anybody had done that.
I did it one year, Martinsville
Yeah.
actually. When I won it,
Yeah.
I lapped the
So
whole field.
yeah. So I mean, it's that's probably the easiest track to do it at because it's so there's a
Hit
pretty
or
fine
miss.
line there. Yeah. But no, it's great to lead a lot of laps. I knew this is one, for me not ever winning here, it's actually, I think you both can attest to this, probably one of my best tracks.
Yeah.
So to finally have a win on the board here in general is good. I think I could have won Sunday, didn't work out, but to get it tonight definitely feels good, and to pull off that triple double is it's cool because this is where it all started, where the whole league started, my first race. So kind of a
Yeah.
cool place to tie that,
Do it at.
one of my last accomplishment bows, that I needed. So
Yeah. Well, anything else for him, Tegan?
I don't think so. We covered everything. It's just I was telling Ron about during that caution that we had for the stage, how everybody seems to want to race each other and not kind of work together. It's lessons that's learned in Cup, but not apparently not learned in the midweek. And Ron mentioned that the one guy that does it ain't racing tonight. And I was like, well, that's not even him. There's a few others in there that do it too. But yeah, you go back and watch the stream, you'll see what we were talking about for the majority of that last stage there, where nobody just wanted to ride in line and put the fastest guy in the front to stay up with you. So it just seemed like it I don't know, seemed like I called it again. Nobody wants to work together, and it's just seemed like it's getting worse every week.
I don't know if it would have worked for them even still though. I feel like all I needed was one mistake out of the person behind me to break the draft, and then I would be. I like
Well, it
if
wasn't
it's
even a mistake. It was just them racing each other, taking runs.
well, I know, but like with Wessel, when I was in front of him, I was just waiting for him to, he had his wash up in the tunnel turn, and that allowed
Yeah,
me to
that's
get
what
him
did it.
past that half a second. And you know, once I got that far ahead, I really wasn't concerned anymore. I knew that my speed would just kind of, it's not going to be a crazy amount each lap, but I'm good enough where I chip away like a tenth or two each lap, and then that eventually becomes, a second or two. And I noticed early in the runs that, somebody in third or fourth would make a mistake, and then somebody would jump to try to pass them, and they'd
Yeah,
fight,
and they were
you
just
know.
basically
I
going
just
back and
think
forth the rest
I
of the
I
run.
just think those guys were gonna fight each other to the death. Like, and there was just gonna be so many mistakes being in the draft like that. Because with these trucks, I didn't experience it much, but I could imagine being in the draft would not be the most
They sucked up pretty good
fun. I know, no,
for
they
what.
did, and that's
Yeah,
not. Yeah, no, I'm not saying that they didn't, but with how tight they are, having the draft in the corners, I don't think was very helpful. I feel like with how much the trucks were pushing up the track, that guys might have just carried too much
too
speed
much
into the
speed in.
corners, and not get it woed down enough. And if you're in that draft and you're trying to woe it down and make the corner, the person behind you that's got your draft might hit you. So it's kind of a lose-lose for everybody. It's a really tough track in these trucks.
Right. All right. Anything else?
I don't think I have nothing.
All right. Well, congratulations, Mike, on your triple double
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
accomplishment
Yeah.
here at a track that holds dear to this league.
We
Congrats.
got to
So
get
Cool.
you
enjoy
a
it.
truck win soon, Ryan.
I know it has
He don't
not
have
happened yet.
none.
It's
Yeah.
crazy. It's crazy, man. This guy's been
When
in
I
the
have
league for like
four, when
6
I
years.
when I have 4 cup wins and a bunch of
5?
Xfinity wins, I think of 4 or 5. Should have 4.
You won 3
I
that
think you
one
have
year, and you
5.
won at Talladega the year before, and then you won
The
Dover
one
this year.
this
So I think
year.
you have
Okay,
5,
it's 5. Yeah. Okay.
and you got a bunch of Xfinity wins. So we got to
Yeah,
get you that truck
Xfinity.
win.
We gotta get that truck win. I gotta be on the board for truck win to win all 3 series. But congratulations, Mike. All
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
right. Yep. You too.
Later.
Let's get the 15 in here.
I
He
do
had a
not
pretty
have
good truck.
him.
You need me to get him?
Oh, I do have him. Never mind.
Okay.
Yeah, he had a
Now,
good truck. I think what Mike said, he made that one mistake and it was enough to get him out of the draft. And
yeah,
that's
and
that's what I've said a lot on these tracks is you get people out of that draft and if you're the best car with the truck, you can just pull away.
Yeah, it's just a draft track. As here is Wessel, your second place finisher. How are you doing?
I'm all right, I guess.
I mean, take me through your race. Anything that maybe you would want to have changed throughout this race?
A redo.
No, not really. I mean, I think I executed the best I could. I don't think anybody was really going to be able to compete with Mike there. He was clearly like way faster than everybody else. My big thing was that I was able to, and I got pretty aggressive in stage one, trying to get to second. um, but we had the three wide finish for second, which was pretty cool, and I edged them out. But like, yeah, my strategy was just try to hold on to Mike's draft for as long as I can, and I was able to hold it longer than I thought that I would be able to, and it was able to like kind of give me a pretty good buffer over, third, fourth, and fifth who were battling like crazy. So I was just kind of able to maintain that gap.
Yeah. Was I had a question that just left my head.
This is great commentary, Ryan.
Yeah, I know, right? Great.
Do you think if you'd had Gar up there with you, helping, that maybe you could have hung around with Mike, made it a little bit closer? Because I do think that Gar had a truck to contend. He was
Yeah, I
about
think
2 tenths quicker than the next guy after the end of the race. He was just being held up and raced pretty rough for
Yeah,
third and
I definitely
fourth.
think that he was faster than me. Like I probably had like a third, maybe fourth place truck for this race, but like just being able to get out front early and just sitting there riding with Mike. I wasn't trying to pass him or nothing. I was just trying to gap the rest of the field, and just having that buffer like really, and especially they were all. I heard there was a lot of controversy going on.
Oh, we
There for
watched it.
third, so.
No, we watched it.
Um,
It was a good time.
Yeah, I knew they were battling the hell out of each other. So I had messed up quite a few times, but they still weren't really able to
It
get
was
to me.
very interesting. Have to get Gar's word on that.
I can't wait.
I do wish though, like so going into the tunnel turn when you're right behind somebody in these trucks, it does not turn. Like that's how Mike was
Makes you
finally able to
tight.
get away from me. Was like I could not turn, um, and it fucking killed me. Like I lost a second on Mike just from that alone. Like when I was on his bumper, so. It's kind of annoying, but that's how these trucks are, and a big track like this, it's just the way it is.
Yeah. Anything else, Deegan?
I don't think so. Did you ever remember your question?
No.
I didn't think so.
Okay. But congrats on your second place finish. We will see you next Sunday, or do you close?
He's closing.
I'm not gonna be there Sunday.
Brutal.
But no, yeah. So have a good third interview. Ryan, I
Yeah,
hope you
that's gonna
polish
be a
up your
very
questions.
Yes. Polish up
yes.
your
We gotta.
questions there, along with your resume.
I'll be ready to go. But congrats on your second place finish, Wessel.
See ya.
All right, got the invite out for Goff.
All right. This is going to be an interesting interview
It
here.
could be, but I feel like he's really, unless it's Spencer, he usually doesn't get riled up, and that may be his problem. He probably needs to get riled up.
Yeah. And there's your third place finisher, Gar. Take me through that just insane battle with the 21 there.
Well, all of them. Not, I mean, the
All of
21
them,
was majority of it, but it seemed like the 21 was ruffling some feathers there in that last stage, and even coming to the finish as well for stage one.
All I gotta say, I was faster than when I was around with people. The draft kind of screwed me. That's it. That's all I got to say about it.
You don't want to take no pot shots?
No.
No, it's the draft. Like if you're a lead car, the people behind you is just you're gonna drag them with you. And I think when Weasel messed up in turn two, I was catching him, but then Kalo was trying to battle me. I'm like,
Yeah, we know. We were watching.
We were watching that battle.
I'll say this: I was catching for second place.
Yeah.
If I was not with the 3-4 people, I might have something for Mike and Riesel. But again, draft plays a factor at these places. If there's no caution, if there's a caution, same as draft. Um, you know, the only thing that's good at Pocono is strategy. Because everyone's so spread out, you could be the fastest car, truck, but you won't win races unless people battle or you mess up one corner. But you know, I'm looking at the cut line. You know, when I joined, I always asked, just gave me a shot for playoff cut line. I'll get there. I know people are not gonna race, broadcast, whatever. But again, since I race, I'm getting points on them, but they're also not losing enough when I'm here, kind of thing. But you know, take one race at a time.
Yeah. Do you have anything, Tegan? Because he kind of
I think he covered it
everything.
all. Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't have anything.
Yeah, I don't have anything. I was just curious about that battle because that was just intense. There's a lot of beating and banging. Thought there'd be more to it. All right. Well, Gar, congrats on your third place finish. Keep up the good work in midweek and see where you come out before playoffs start.
I'll say this: if I'm in playoffs, better watch out. That's all I gotta say.
Okay. All right. There's your statement from the 13 truck. He's putting everyone on notice
I like it.
here in the midweek series. Everyone's on notice. But again, congrats, Gar. Enjoy your third place finish, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Yep.
All right. Well, for a little recap here, obviously Mike gets the triple double. Been long awaiting for that truck win of his. Gets it at a track where it's been an historic track for this league entirely. Tegan, you've gotten I think your 100th win here, or something like that.
Got my 100th league win here. I've gotten the 5-year anniversary win here. Got a win on my birthday this last Sunday here. I got my first Xfinity win here in
Was your first cup
2019.
win here?
No, my first cup win was at Richmond, but this was my second cup win that year. So yeah, so Pocono's been good to a lot of people in this league. Mainly me, but
mainly
yeah.
you, because you. But no, but Mike pulls off that historic feat here in this league. Insane battling for third, and we will be live next Sunday or this coming Sunday at the Indy Roval, where the Road Course Kings come out to play. Tegan, what are you expecting for this type of race?
I'm expecting the same players, Michael Fox and Bradley Newman Jr. Don't be surprised though if there's some surprises. We kind of had surprise at the Roval a couple weeks ago. I had speed there, and I don't know how I am with speed yet this weekend, but I think there may be a few people, and Michael may be another one. It seems like he's right there as well. I'm not sure about you. And Kamal is right there. I think consistency. So it's maybe and this is a track where track limits play a role. There's track limits all over this damn track. You don't even mean to hit the damn things, and you'll half-ass spin into it, and it'll give you a penalty, and you're just fucked. So.
Or you can just cut the corner egregiously and not get one.
Yeah, that too, and do the same thing the next lap and get caught. So that's what I think got Bradley last year. It was either a course penalty coming out of pit road, or he got spun or something that took him out of the lead and handed it to Fox. So I look for them two to battle it out again. To be honest, I think it's going to be those two always. It just depends on who the third guy is. It seemed like it switches around every time we go to a road, another road course during the season.
Yeah, it just, and like you mentioned, for between, um, obviously, like you said, Michael and Bradley have kind of been the two guys that have dominated road courses, especially Bradley as of late. So it's going to be an interesting race, and this track, we got to figure out the track limits. That's it. But other than that, we will see you guys next Sunday, or this coming Sunday, at Indy Roval. This is Ryan Parsons with Tegan Jones, signing out.